Welcome to Thriving Tribesmen. My name is Corey, your host, and I'm excited to be making this episode. So, why is she so bitchy? So, that's the question that the guy was asking when I spoke to him a few moments ago, and proceeded to tell me the story of why you're saying that. Is that he was getting ready for work with his partner, and they were going to leave at about the same time. And before he left, he said, "Can you please get me something?" And it was just a normal thing that anybody can get from the shop. So he said, "Yeah, I'll get it if I get a chance." And they proceeded to go to work. Then, when he was on his way back from work, he went to the gym. And then after the gym, went to the supermarket, got food to eat. And by the way, when he got food so he can prepare food at home for dinner. And he said that he does pretty much cook dinner every single day at home. So, and then he said, usually when she finishes work, she might see a friend or come straight home and then just start watching her shows. So that's sort of the dynamic that they have. So, and sometimes she'll get home before him, obviously, because he's going to the gym. So he gets home, and before he even starts cooking dinner, by the way, she's been sitting at home already for a few hours, she says, "Did you get the thing that I asked you to get?" And then he said, "No, I completely forgot." And then she proceeded to just lay into him. Like, how is it that you're so selfish? What is wrong with you? I only asked for this one thing and you couldn't even get that. You're so selfish. And all of a sudden he's like, "Really, I don't understand what you're talking about." And you got to bear in mind, he's now about to cook dinner for this person who's been sitting at home the whole time. And I know a lot of you guys go through this. And the other examples of this that I've heard is when guys are really trying to, she's told you this thing, "I feel tired, I feel stressed, so that's the reason why we're not having sex." So, you come home and then you think, "Okay, I want you to rest. I'm going to hoover the house. I'm going to clean the dishes. I'm going to wash the clothes. I'm going to cook. I'm going to do everything so you can relax." And you're doing all of these things. You've cooked, you've cleaned, you've done everything. And then you've forgotten to take the bin out. So after doing all those efforts, she goes off on one. She's like, "Oh my God, you can't even do anything right because you haven't got rid of the bin." But completely neglects all the efforts that you've done around the house. Like, what the fuck? So anyways, I was speaking to him and I was saying, yeah, definitely there is an issue over there. Usually the issue is the fact that they feel pretty shitty about themselves. So it's not really the going at you about the jobs or whatever you've done. Generally, it's about state control, that they've got no control of their own emotions and their own state. They feel shitty about themselves. So they want to control your state and move it from neutral to feeling shitty. If they can do that, then it makes them feel in control of themselves. So it's a control thing, and you see this in bullying. So that's how bullies operate. Like they feel shitty about themselves, so they feel like if I put you down, then I feel better about myself. So that's what's going on in that dynamic. And again, a lot of you guys, you are within that dynamic because you have not been able to put up boundaries. So this is where it becomes interesting. So I was saying to him, "So what is it? What did you say about it?" He said he just took it on the chin and then went on. I was like, fucking hell, that is the worst thing that you can do, because you're pretty much saying that you're okay with this kind of engagement. So within a relationship, there's a lot of things that are kind of like toothpaste, that once it's out, it's out. And the only way to deal with it is actually confronting it head on. So I was saying to him that in this scenario, you're supposed to stand your ground and say, "You know what? I already cook every single day. I've gone to the gym. I do stuff for myself and I do stuff for the relationship. I do not want you to talk to me the way you're talking to me right now. I don't appreciate it at all." And I think a lot of times most people don't take that stance because they feel like if they add that bit of friction into the relationship, it will push them further into a dead bedroom, or at least be a sexless relationship. So that's the reason why they don't feel like they need to put any friction. And really, putting friction in the relationship is the way to actually start changing your sexless relationship. By putting up that boundary, by putting it, it starts adding respect towards what you're trying to build as a couple. The reason why she does all of this is because she doesn't respect you. You've not set any boundaries. In fact, you've every time she's tried to invest, you've lowered her investment to the point that she's completely dependent on you. And there's a part of you that needs that. So, and I know I've mentioned this before, a lot of you guys within the dead bedroom, you've always served in order to get validation. So whether it's from your mom, your relatives, whoever it is, in order for you to feel validated, you felt like you didn't deserve love, so you need to earn it. So you've done everything to try and earn her validation. So you've lowered her investment in terms of the relationship, which lowered your standards of what she was required to put into the relationship in order for it to function, or at least for her to see value in it. And it's because you've lowered those standards, she doesn't value the relationship, and therefore she doesn't respect you. So therefore, it becomes really being about putting your stand and then really upping your standards in terms of how much you can invest in the relationship. Because when she does do that, she will start respecting you, and she will start really contributing to the relationship. Now, a lot of you guys, you're probably thinking, well, how do I do all of that? If you want help with this, you can go to thriving_tribesmen on our Instagram, and they'll be able to help you with that. But also, you have to also think about this, is that it's a thing where she needs to bring you down and erode your confidence over a period of time. Now, this is really not planned. She's not planned to do this, but it's just that she feels like she's got this fear of being alone, and she feels like if she can chip away the confidence often enough, you can be so depleted that you can never find any reason to leave. In fact, a lot of guys that I speak to, they're so afraid to leave because they feel like they're worthless. And she's chipped away at that self-worth over a period of time. And therefore, a lot of you guys, when it comes to trying to leave, or at least putting that on the plate to saying, you know what, I'm not prepared to be in a relationship where I'm treated like this, you're not even prepared to do so. And if you did, you're not even convincing, because all of a sudden she knows that you've got no self-worth to actually leave the place. So hopefully that's been something that is interesting for you guys. Hopefully you can take this and start really trying to set those standards within your relationship. And as you set those standards, you also are setting the rules of engagement. So this is how much you need to invest in a relationship in order. You have to earn your place in this relationship. You have to earn the seat at the table. And again, you don't freely give validation. It has to be earned. So thank you very much, guys. I'll be seeing you guys soon. Take care.